Hi guys, welcome to our Monday, Tuesday video for week 2 of November curriculum. Before we get going, make sure you get your body warmed up with some jumping jacks, push-ups, sit-ups, front ups, getting that stretch in your front leg, and then 30 seconds of a high activity like doing mountain climbers or jogging in place with high knees, something to really get your heart pumping. Ready, set, go. All right, guys, so the first thing we're going to work on today is a side kick. All right, last week we learned the pivot front kick that has those 4 parts. We've got chamber, kick, retract, back to balance. Well, guess what? Side kick has the same 4 parts. It's pretty cool. Here's what side kick looks like. See if you can spot those 4 parts. Go. All right, so we've got chamber, kick, retract, back to balance. Same 4 parts. The only thing that's different is the direction we kick. Even the chamber is in the same spot, right? So from here, if I chamber from here, I could kick to the front or to the side. All right, so it's really cool that it has those same 4 parts. Now, here's what I want you guys to think about today. When people kick to the side, a lot of times I see a really good chamber, and then people decide to turn their body for that side, right? But the idea is you keep your body facing one direction while your leg goes out the other direction, okay? And you even lean away a little bit for your balance to kick your leg in the proper direction. If you find yourself going like this, well, then it's not a side kick anymore. That's not any kind of kick. All right, so what I want you to do today is to find something to hold on to, like a chair, or the back of the couch, or an arm, or something, right? Or even a person. In class, we're going to partner up and be helping each other, right? But today we're going to practice slowly chamber, kick out to the side, and then come back and set it back down. I want you to feel all 4 of those parts. And look at where my foot is. When I kick out, notice how my foot is going horizontally, okay? If you find that when you're kicking, your toes are pointing up, that means you're turning into it, okay? So keeping your body facing one direction, and it's your heel that leads the way out so that your foot stays horizontal in that way, right? And of course, if your toes are pointing down, well, then it's kind of a weird, turns into a weird wonky rear kick thing, right? So remember, if I'm facing this way, I chamber, same place, out in front, and then my foot stomps out to the side, and then I retract and set it back down. So what I want you to do, slowly, right, nice and slow, and say the moves: chamber, kick, retract, back to balance, okay? I want you to do 10 slowly on each side, really focusing on those 4 parts: the chamber, kick, retract, and back to balance. And make sure you're noticing which way your foot is facing. It should be horizontal like that, okay? All right, with assistance. So holding on to something or someone, 10 slow side kicks on each side, focusing on those 4 parts and your foot position. Ready, set, go. All right, guys, second thing we're going to be working on today is a self-defense move technique called eye spears, okay? Now, when you are in danger, right, someone has grabbed onto you, they're trying to drag you away into their vehicle or kidnap you, right? If someone's trying to make you go with them and you are not supposed to, right? Or if they're trying to do something to you, maybe they got you on the ground, they got you pinned down, right? You're in danger and you know that you need to get away from this person, all right? The eyes are very sensitive, and it really doesn't take a lot to hurt someone's eyeballs, okay? Now, this may kind of make you feel a little squeamish. It may sound a little gross, okay? But it's true. And if you've ever gotten hit in the eye, like the actual eyeball, even if you just get a speck of dirt or an eyelash in your eye, it's really uncomfortable. And that's the concept behind using an eye spear. There's lots of different ways to attack someone in the eyes. You can dig your thumbs in, right by the bridge of the nose, and you shove your thumb in their eye there, okay? That works well, especially if you're in really close. Like maybe they've picked you up, but your arms are free and you're facing them, right? And you can just shove those thumbs in their eyes, okay? But the eye spear we're gonna do today is when you have a little bit of distance. Maybe they're in close, but they haven't necessarily grabbed a hold of you yet, or maybe they've got a hold of one of your arms, right? And so you're gonna spear with the other hand, okay? But the thing about eyeballs is it's a small target. So that means you really have to think about and see where you are striking, okay? So the eye spear I'm gonna show you guys today, we call them beaks. We call it beaks, right? So you bring all 4 of your fingers together on your thumb, right? Now notice, I'm not like this. That's not much of a beak. That's curved, and that's not going to hurt their eye very much. The idea is you want your fingers as straight as possible, because this is going to be a lot stronger than bent fingers that will just bend in even more, right? So straight fingers, as straight as you can, and then just squeeze them as tight together as you can, okay? Eye spears, and the idea is, just like when you're doing a palm strike to break a board, you come way back and you push all the way through. The idea is you're imagining you hit the eyeball and you're pushing in through as far as you can, okay? The purpose of it being such a violent motion, you're in danger. You need to get away. Whatever you can do that's going to make that bad person go, ah! Grab their eyes, and they're in so much pain, right? Because our natural instinct, if we get hurt somewhere, is to reach for it and grab it, right? First you kick them in the groin. Oh, now they're right down here, and you eye spear them in the eye. Oh man, now they're hurting all over the place. That's when you run away and can get to safety. All right. So we like to practice double eye spears, if you will, right? Rock back, push through, rock back, push through, getting a nice loud no, right? Now remember, when we're doing this, you don't want to be going way out here. Nobody's got eyes this far apart, right? In close, and you lean all the way in and thrust all the way through, right? Even if you're just doing one, no, 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 right? So that's what I want you to think of and imagine, right? I know it's not very fun to think about these kinds of things, but if you ever were in danger, going for the eyes is a really great way to get that dangerous person thinking about their own injury, so that you have that quick moment in time to get away and run away to safety, okay? But here's the deal. You can't just be like a little, no, peck. It can't be a little peck. You've got to attack it and hit it like your life does depend on it, okay? So practicing eye spears, rock back, push through, really putting your whole weight into it. No, no. Do 5 of them doubles, and then do 5 singles. No, no. Really going all the way through. No, no. All right, so 5 double eye spears, and then 5 single eye spears on each side. Ready, set, go. Hey guys, third thing we're going to go over today is hammer fist strikes. Now remember, hammer fist strikes, it's that same motion as rock, paper, scissors. It's this side, the pinky side of your hand that you're hitting with, okay? Now I want you to think about, you don't want to just make a fist, but the tighter your fist is, the stronger your wrist and hand are going to be, and more damage you'll be able to do, okay? Right? If you just kind of make a fist, and you touch this part of your hand, it's kind of squishy, but then if you squeeze it as tight as you can, you'll feel that this gets harder, right? There's a little bit of kind of muscle in there, and the tighter you squeeze your fist, the safer you're going to be as you do these strikes. Now remember, the key to good hammer fists is your whole body weight, right? From here, rise up and come down, up and down, and you can alternate down, up, keeping the eyes up, keeping the chest up, right? We don't want to be bending over like this, because then we can't see, okay? So just think about 1, 2, keeping good form. And here's an exercise I want you guys to do today, all right? find something that you have permission to hit. Okay, maybe that's a pillow, or if you guys do have some equipment at home, or if you guys have mitts and someone can hold mitts for you. But what I want you to do is I want you to practice. You can even use your body weight when you're down on the floor, right? The trick is to start up like this, drop down, and come back up, right? I'm not just going like this and bending over, but right? So it's not so much like this, but keeping your eyes up, coming back up between each one, right? So if you want to do it on your knees, it's really fun, but I want you to do hammer fists for 30 seconds. But I don't want you to do them as fast as you can. I want you to do them as hard as you can, right? Because if you start going really fast, then you're just going like this, and it's not very hard. And notice I'm not even using my body weight. It's just my arms. But if you're going as hard as you can, no, 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 right? Coming all the way up, using that whole body weight to come back down, all the way up, using that whole body weight to come back down. That's the kind of power that you want to have. So then I want you to go for 30 seconds, going as hard as you can, not as fast as you can, right? So if there's somebody there helping, make sure that they're actually using their body weight to hit hard, not just fast, right? We don't want to be monkeys banging a drum. We want to be warriors smashing and smashing. All right, so 30 seconds of hard hammer fist. Ready, set, go. Okay guys, so on cooperation today, we're talking about number 1 and number 2. Number 1 is obeying my parents and doing what is asked of me. All right? Your parents ask you to do stuff every day. Sometimes they tell. They don't always say, can you please? Sometimes they just say, do this. Okay? And I know that manners are important. Good manners are important. But if your parents are telling you to just do something, you do it. Okay? If it bothers you that maybe they were using a tone of voice that you didn't like, after you've done the thing that they've asked you to do, say, hey, you know what, Mom? It makes me feel a little upset when you just kind of yell at me and tell me what to do instead of using kind words and tone of voice like we learned about with respect, okay? But you're not allowed to say anything about that until after you've done what they've asked you to do, okay? Because if you try to say that before you do what they ask you to do, they're going to be like, go do what I told you to do, okay? So when your parents need something done, you do it, okay? And same goes for in class, at school, here on the mat, at the studio. When someone asks you to do something, you need to do it. If there's a really, really good reason, like if someone says, hey, I need you to go this, and they didn't realize you have a cast on your leg and you're in crutches, and you say, I'm sorry, I can't do that because I have a broken leg and I'm on crutches, right? That's okay. But if it's something that you are capable of doing, then you do it. If you don't know how to do it, then you say something like, I'd be glad to do that for you. Can you show me how? I haven't done that before. Right? Instead of just saying, no, I can't do it, right? Because that's pretty disrespectful. And that's not very cooperative either. That's not practicing good cooperation. So if it's something that you don't know how to do, you politely say, I'd be glad to. Can you please show me how to do it? And then if it is something that you do know how to do, then you say, yeah, sure, I'd be glad to. And you go do it. Even if it's something like picking at the dog poop in the backyard or emptying the dishwasher, right? Your parents have things, they need your help around the house, doing things to get ready. And if they're asking you to do stuff, it's because they trust you. They trust that you're responsible enough to handle that task. All right? So make sure you say, okay, Mom, okay, Dad, and you get it done. Or nicely ask for help by saying, I'm not sure how to do this. Can you please show me how? Okay. All right. And then let's talk about number 2, offering my help or asking if I might help. Oh man, guys, you know what makes your parents so happy is when they don't even have to ask you to do something. When you notice, hey Mom, the dishwasher's full. Would you like me to empty it? Oh my gosh, that's going to make your parents so happy. It's going to make their day. They're going to be like, who is this child? Yes, you may. Please do. I am so like it's your parents are going to love that. So when you find ways that you can help out, not just at home, at school, here in the studio, sometimes when you ask to help, the answer might be, no, that's all right. You don't need to do that. And that's okay too. Don't feel bad if they tell you that they don't need your help, right? But the important thing is noticing something that needs to be helped with and offering to help with it. Okay. And if they say, yeah, that'd be great, then go right along and do it. If they say, oh no, that's okay. Well then don't like get upset or anything. Just say, oh, okay, all right, and go along with your day. All right. But the fact that you noticed and decided to take the initiative, that's kind of a big word, but that means that you decide to make it happen without someone else telling you or asking you to do it. All right. So that's what I want you guys to work on, looking for ways to help and also obeying when your parents do ask for your help. All right. Okay. See you next time, guys.